Good evening, everyone. I know what you are waiting for. You're waiting for the lucky draw. So I will try my best to finish my slide as fast as possible. And then at the same time, I will make sure you to back something back today, get the information back today. Okay. So let me introduce again myself. I'm Sean from Client Investment Specialist team. And before we start, let me share you a quick one on the disclaimer for my slide. So for my slide presentation, it will just give you a general information only. So all the fund or ETF name that you will see in my slide in the next maybe 15 minutes, you not construct as a recommendation for buy or sell. And then the past performance is not the indication of the future performance. So I think, let me ask you a very honest question. After today's Expo, are you feel clearer or you become more confused? Because a lot of information, right? A lot of information, a lot of teams, a lot of different ideas. So what I'm going to help you today is, I will not sharing a lot more information with you. What I will do with you is, I will help you to connect all the dots together and help you to find your own investment roadmap. So I think a lot of investors actually they fail not because of they do not know how to invest, but they fail because they don't know how to start or they don't know where to start. So for today's section, for my section, I will help you to connect all the information today because you have listened a lot of speakers, a lot of different ideas, but some of the idea is contradict, right? Some people ask you to buy equity, some ask you to buy bond. So you do not know how to get started because you got too many ideas already. So sometimes too many ideas will get you stuck. You do not know how to start, even after the full day event. So I'm here to help you. So my position is very simple. I won't sell you anything. I will just make sure you know what to do today after you walk out from the hall. Okay, let me summarize the very simple theme after everything that you heard today. So this is the three biggest trends from today. Number one, global tech and AI. Global tech and AI is not a short-term hype, but it is a real long-term growth. And then number two is the income and stabilities. Income stabilities actually is missing for the past few years, and they are coming back again. And then number three is Asia and Malaysia. It's offering the tactical opportunities. What I mean in Asia actually means the country in Asia, for example, Singapore, South Korea, China, Hong Kong, and etc. And together with our home country, Malaysia. So after that, then the question coming in. So for these three biggest mega trend, what is the right tools for you to invest into this trend? So the right tools actually, we have a lot of different investment tools. Number one, if you want to go for global technology and AI team, you should go for ETF. You are using the ETF exchange traded fund to access into this particular trend. And then number second, for income and stabilities, the best tool will be bond fund and bonds. And then at the same time, for Asia and Malaysia, you can access them through the equity fund. Equity fund means you are invested in the unit trust fund, but the unit trust fund is invested in the stock market. So this is the three different tools that you can access with these three trends. So what next? Now you know what is the tools already, right? So we just pick whatever recommended funds or ETF or bond and just invest into them, right? But the answer is no. You need to understand your risk appetite and set the allocation accordingly. For example, even though we have the same three trend, But for each of you, you might have a different allocation. For example, if I am very conservative kind of investor, I might set a lot more in bond. I might buy more bond, and then after that, I can set a lesser allocation in equity. If I am a balanced investor, I might set 50% in bond and 50% in equity. So you can see the difference. Even the same trend, but you are able to set the different allocation with your own risk appetite. So let me share with you some of the ideas. For example, for conservative, you can set like 70% in the income and stability trend. So you can buy bond or bond funds. So meaning to say, the investment doesn't mean that you only can invest into bond, or you only can invest into equity, or invest into ETF. You can mix everything together to come up a strategy. So that's why this is my section. I would like to let you all know that you are able to gel everything together at the end of the day. So depend on the different themes. For example, like 70% you can put in under the bond fund, and then 20% in Asia and Malaysia, and then 10% in ETF. And then this is what you will get. Okay, let me explain to you how do you read this kind of the portfolio simulator. This is a portfolio simulator. After I plug in the fund, ETF, and bond into the simulator of the return, and this is a back-tested 3 years return, means past 3 years return until now. And over here, you can see the annualized return. Annualized return means the average return per year. So by doing this kind of combination, this will be the return is the return of the past history, past 3 years. Whereas for balanced investor, most common risk appetite, what you can do is you can put half into a bond or bond funds. And then at the same time, for Asia and Malaysia, you can put 35%, and then 50% into a global tech and AI sector. So this is how it will work out. If we get a past 3 years return, around 12%, and then for portfolio growth, you can put in 70 in ETF and also the equity funds, and then the balance 30% you can put it under the bonds, the fixed income fund. So this will be the return look like around 14%. But of course, you see the volatility will increasing, right? Okay. So then what next? Is it end already? No, not yet. Is it just simply put in after you have a portfolio? You set a portfolio already. It's not ended yet. You still need to have a strategy. You still need to have a strategy to go into the market. So I think a lot of people, they do not, they make this mistake. They like to time the market. Means I wait until market drop, then only I go in. But the best strategy actually is very boring. It's very simple and very boring. Let me show you. The best strategy will be regular saving plan. Means you invest regularly. So in our platform, we do have this feature, regular saving plan. You are able to start invest as low as 100 only. So which means after you set up the portfolio allocation that I showed you just now, you can set your own investment strategy. For bond fund, what is the percentage of money I put in on regular basis? In ETF, what is the percentage of money I put in on regular basis? And then by doing this, you are able to achieve the dollar cost averaging. You are able to average the cost, no matter the market go up or go down. And then at the same time, the best thing about the regular saving plan strategy is you do not need to just time a 1 year return. If 1 year give you a 40% return, is not very good. We want a consistent return. So actually the consistent return of 10 years of 8% to 12% or 14% is very good for you to actually consistently beat the 1 lucky years. So in this particular strategy, The keyword will be the consistency. Consistently stay invested in the market. So this is one of the example. Okay, just a very quick one. If you invest 100 for the next 30 years with the interest, with the return of 6% compounding, this is what you will get. If you invest 100 per month, you will get 100,000 in the next 30 years. If you invest 1,000, you will get around 1 million in the next 30 years. This is just a very simple calculation that I plug in ChatGPT. But if you refer back to the portfolio that I showed you just now, past 3 years, you still remember what is the return? 8%, 12 or 14%. So if you are getting better percentage return for your portfolio, which means you do not need to wait 30 years to achieve your target. You will get lesser year to accumulate the amount that you want. So lastly, I would like to share the common mistake that the investor will make that you can avoid. You can avoid them. Number one, having too many duplicate funds. How many is too many? For me, I think if the portfolio more than 10 fund or 10 ETF is considered too many already. Why? Because we only have 3 trends. Global, tech, Asia, Malaysia, and maybe you put in a Singapore or whatever. At most, you have 5 or 6 teams. So each of the team, you just pick a good fund and form up a portfolio will do. You do not need a lot of fund. So duplicate fund will help to, actually duplicate fund will cause your portfolio to earn lesser. A lot of people were surprised at why for the past 3 years, my conservative is able to make up 8% return. My balance is able to make up 12% return. This is why. Because for each of the portfolio, I only put in 5 tools. 5 tools means I put in 5 tools included unit trust, ETF, and bond. You do not need to have a lot of fund. You just need to have the best of them. And then number 2, chasing performance. This is the most common mistake that the investor make. Normally, for those beginner, right, who will be the one who bring you into the investment? Normally, it's your friend. I think you all can recall, your friend will tell you, you look at my fund, I'm earning 20%, come join me and buy into this fund, sure can make money one. But you ask back yourself, when your friend is making 20 or 30% already, that means the market is very high right now. So every time when your friend asks you to buy, they're asking you to buy into a very high valuation. So this is a mistake that you're going to avoid. You should not chasing the performance. You should chasing the value. Value means when the market is drop or when the market is low, that is the golden time for you to accumulate the unit. That's why you need to pair with the regular saving plan strategy to take out your emotion and help you to invest regularly, so that you will not stop the RSC, the regular saving plan, when market drop. So the system will help you to take away your emotion and then help you to invest regularly. And then thirdly, timing the market. A lot of people will tend to time the market. How they time? I think one of my clients, he advised me. Okay, you listen carefully. He advised me. So his advice is, when market drop, I will sell. Why? This is his strategy. I will sell. I will wait the fund drop to the bottom. Then I will enter. And then when the fund go up, then I will sell. So this is his advice. But I will ask him back, do you know when is the bottom? Don't know. You won't able to know. Even me also won't able to know when is the market bottom. So how do you time the market bottom, right? And then, do you know when is the highest of the market? Then you will get out when market going to the highest. You also won't know, because market is unpredictable. So the conclusion here is the time that you stay in the investment in the market is more important than you go to timing the market. Because if you go for regular saving plan and go for long term, eventually when the market rebound, you will get the return instead of you time the market. So lastly, how our team, the customer investment team, can help you in your investment. We are able to provide you the personalized portfolio review. We are able to help you to adjust your asset allocation. And then we are able to help you for the fund selection. Okay, this is mainly for those existing investor that you already have your own set of portfolio right now. And then how do you gel the mega trend into your portfolio? How do you adjust your portfolio? So you can look about us. So overall, the conclusion today, what will be your next step? Your next step, if you do not know what to do, what to buy, you can book a free portfolio review, or you can book a free section with our team. And then how do you do that? Inside the portfolio holdings, if you scroll down, you are able to find our contact number and book an appointment with us. But of course, if every one of you try to book appointment today, we won't able to answer you immediately. You will need to give us some time. And then after that, you need to build up your own portfolio and start your regular saving plan. So beside, this is how FSM1 can help you together with these three mega trends. When you invest in the regular saving plan for ETF, you are having a promotion 0%, 0% until end of this year. And then for bond, we are having a discounted processing fee on the bottom one. And then for the investment expo, for the equity fund, we are having 0% until 13th of February. So you still have plenty of time to make your decision, set up a portfolio, and kickstart your regular saving plan. So thank you. Terima kasih. 谢谢你.